So the next talk will be a lightning talk by Karthik from India. Please give him a big applause.
So, konnichiwa. Okay, I'm from India, so I don't want to give much introduction about myself right now. I'll just, you know, as you know, my talk is like how we can make development faster with AI, that is especially cursor AI. So, like the biggest problem with AI, what do you think is the biggest problem with AI? When you are trying to develop something and when you write something, it will come back with something else. So what do you think it is the biggest problem when you're using AI? So if you, maybe I can show the slide. Hallucinations, right? So AI will always think it is right, and it will give you the answers saying it is right. It will never say I am wrong. Or what you say is you are writing wrong and it is not coming correct. That is what happens every time. So to fix this problem, there is some solutions we can implement, that is especially with cursor AI. So I'm going to show a quick demo on how we can use AI. And again here, we are going to write test cases mostly. Already there is a demo about test cases, and this is also going to be about test cases. Okay. Can you hear me? Well and good. Okay. So for the product which I'm writing test cases is, this is my personal product. I'm building this for like more than 1 year. So it is a software deployment tool. There are so many files in this uh, project. So I'm writing test cases for a very long while, and these are the all the files that is there in this project. So think about this, like if you have never written test cases and you're going to start writing test cases with AI. So still now I have only covered 67%, and how we can make it better and faster is the main goal. Okay. So here, this is a code which is part of my project. What it does is, like, in your server, it will try to install PHP version which you are planning to like different versions you can install in your server. So what you say is, like, you can specifically say this version you are going to install. So what this particular job does is, it will call this task. I'll say it is an SSH task. It will connect into a server and it will run this task as a root, and it will track the, as per my code, it will track the status of the task, and it will update the few things. So now what happens is, like, let's start writing test cases. I'll give you a quick demo, and I'm going to use this cursor AI. This, I hope you could see. Yeah, this is better, right? You can see it, right? So I'm going to say please. I mean, don't use please. Ignore it. Sorry. uh, uh, 1 second. Sorry. Mm, yeah. Oh, okay, I connected. I got it. Oh, yes. Yeah. So let's try again. Let's see what it does for this moment. Mm, it is trying some files. I could say from this, it is definitely giving, gonna give a wrong answer. So much files it is searching. It keeps on searching. It keeps on searching. And oh God. Maybe I don't think so. Definitely it's going to give a wrong answer. So it is not needed, all to search all these files. Okay. So let me stop from here. What I have done here is, for this particular, the task, I have written some functions and I have written in a file called rules. This is the very important thing. So I'll show my rules later. So I have a defined set of rules, like you have to write test cases based on this rule. And what we are going to do is same line, just add extra one thing. Let's say Laravel testing guidelines. So I have done this, and now let's see what it does. If it doesn't work, it's a different story. uh, let me. Oh, okay. Now we have this. And one more thing, if you see, all the project files are, in a module based design. So every a part of the server, I have split it into modules. So AI will never know like where you have to write the test cases. These things happens with your entire project, because everyone will follow a different folder structure for different files, and AI will feel by it will check the default Laravel structure and it will write code in that particular part only, because your code is your own things, right? Again, it is taking too much time. I don't know why, but this is the answer to the, this is what it will run, test cases. It will track the, it went more than that. Let's see again. Oh, okay. It started to write. I have already added a test case for this file. I just deleted it, and for a quick demo, I'm showing this file. Okay, we have the test cases. Super bright. Like no much things. What I have here is it visible? Okay, so we have a fake event. I don't think so it is needed. So we have a task runner assert dispatched. So this is the code which I have defined, like fake things. So it can run it can set up a faker. If you see, it is setting up a faker because we don't want to connect into SSH, right? So it will set up a faker, and it will run the task, and this task runs in background. So it's not a it's part of a job, so it runs in a separate queue. Like I use Horizon for this, and it say the actual task is PHP was like that. So if there is a failed thing, then there is an event dispatched, same case. And yeah, so my test cases are very long, so it will take some long time to test, but I feel this is the perfect file for this. But if I don't use this command, think about, I think everyone knows, right? Like it will never use this function. Assert dispatched, like with the task runner, is never going to work. It will try something, it will mock the files, it will try to mock different files, and will keep on writing test cases. So when you are building a bigger project, so your project is too big, and you have very less developers, it is very necessary to write things faster, and test cases are very good thing to make your project more strong. So I strongly agree to write test cases for all the projects which you create. So with AI you can do it much faster. So for a good example, I started writing test cases, like maybe I didn't start writing test cases before building my project, and all the 100% test cases are built with mostly with AI, and I did it in maybe less than 1.5 months. So that's the thing with Cursor. So how we are able to do this thing is, we have a different set of rules for this AI. So I'll show you a demo of this. I'll show you the rules. So this is the project Ryutas, and actually showed a demo in Laracon. He changed, he changed how we can make it better. Before that, I was using domain-driven design, and later I changed it to modular design because of this his presentation. It took a lot, changing the entire project, which has like thousands of files. I started building this project, maybe this project like last year it shows. So I'm building it for more than a year, and the entire thing I was able to convert into modular design in maybe another 4 months or something, which is super awesome with an AI. And we are only 3 developers in this, myself and my colleague Vignesh and another friend from India. So with 3 friends, we are able to build a bigger project with AI. So super fast and super easy. Now we'll come back to the rules. So I have defined set of rules how we are going to create, and the test cases rules which we followed here is Laravel testing guidelines. So there is a way you can set test cases used in Cursor. You don't want to mention every time. Like here I have mentioned this Laravel testing guidelines, right? So you don't want to do that every time. What you can do go is you can say this file you have here, you can say attach automatically. So it attaches to every file which you are using. Also, what you can do is, mm, one sec. Uh, I'm checking few files. I don't know why it is not showing. Okay, so you can actually attach specific files to specific directory also in Cursor. So it is not like this particular file is getting attached to every part of your project. So it will not get disturbed. So a particular folder, if you are writing, like you are going to write a test cases, maybe you can put test.php at the end based on that file, and you can write test cases. And if you see, I have a setup here, write test cases, it should be in pest. Then if I'm using notifier, so generally every SH task which I'm running, I have a notification system that will send a notification with email, Slack, and all these things. So we have to set up notifier fake, because Laravel has something, a different notification thing, but I am using a package kind of, I built my own package. It is on top of Laravel's notifier. So definitely we need to fake something with our package, which AI will never know. So we have notification fake. Then how we can run specific test cases, all these things I have. And if you, this is one major issue I faced while building this test cases. So what happens is, like, when you're writing test cases and when there is thousands of files, you can't use factory every time. What happens is, like, you will get up into unique issues, like it will randomly generate a email, and most of the time it will not have that much emails to test it. So what we can do is we can set the most probably you can set an authenticated user already in your pest file, and you can say to AI, always use the authenticated user, don't create a new factory like that. So that things also you can mention it over here, some toast runner, then task runner, how you have to write test cases. And AI can understand your English. Also, for Japanese people, it understands Japanese as well, so no problem, you can write in Japanese. And then uh, simple. So this is one important thing. What happens is, like, when you're using modular based structure, we will use a different folder thing, like we'll use module colon. AI will never know how to use that, and inertia will be not able to find this file. So that time I don't want to go every time to the test case and say you should not search for the particular file. You just, anyway, it is going to work, so ignore that. And yeah, that's it. And few, for everything I usually used actions button before. So to convert my action classes, I have this file. Then so many jobs, if you want to test a job, then some coding standards, these are basic files. So if you are doubtful like how you want to write this file, if you are how to start, if you don't know, what you can do is you just simply write so many test cases whatever you want, and at the end Cursor gives something called generate cursor rules. Write a rule for this. So if you do this thing, Cursor will automatically generate a rule for you. So you don't want to write. It's hard to, for developers like me, I never like documentation, so it's hard to organize the rules. So what happens is, like, Cursor will automatically create rules for us, and the rules are automatically built with Cursor. So simple. And you can connect multiple rules also. If you see, it says C at test file, and you can connect multiple files and you can write test cases. So that's it for the demo. And some more special features we have in Cursor. thing is like, you just don't want, you can have multiple AI calls at the same time. So when you are creating one file, if you are sure about your rule, what you can say is write a test cases for another file. That also you can do. So it's like 2-3 developers running in the same time, unless you have enough money in your credit card. So that, AIs are a bit costly in that case. So that also you can do. And it also has memory function. So whenever you are doing something, you can say update your memory with this change, something like that. It creates, saves few things into your memory, and it will helps you writing test cases in later time. So yeah, that's it. And this is me. I am from India. I'm staying in Bangalore, India. So it's like IT sector of India, if you know. It's very famous. It's called Silicon Valley of India, in fact. uh, I am like full stack developer with 7 years. Like I'm working with, during my college days itself I started. uh, yeah, I mostly love Laravel, and then the next thing is Vue for me, then Nest framework, React also. And I'm more fond of physics. I love physics, how, so. And yeah, that's why I love rockets. Every SpaceX video I used to see. And Indian rockets also. So that's it. Arigato gozaimasu. You can scan me. This is my website link. So there will be social links over there. If you want to connect with my Twitter account and all these things, you can scan this thing, and there will be a social link. There is my LinkedIn profile as well as Twitter profile, X profile. You can follow me. That's it. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much. That was very interesting. I think that's something we probably all use, like a cursor or some sort of AI assistant tool. So yeah, thanks. I will implement some of these rules. All right. I think we. Yeah.
One second.
Yeah.
Let me talk.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
This is my first, I would say, international meetup, because I used to talk in Bangalore and few places only. This is my first time coming to Japan, and first time speaking in front of Japanese people, and you've been a very nice audience for me. Thank you so much. Arigato gozaimasu again.